Hey YouTube, it's Matt with Olympus Reptiles. It's time for clutch update number 8. And so clutch update number 8 is going to be really fun. This is an exciting clutch, a small clutch, but it was from a first-time mother. Let me see if I can show her to you. I may not be able to because we are in the middle of breeding season, so things are kind of pairing up. But I haven't stuck a male with her yet, so I can show her to you. You need some more water too, baby girl. This was Mom. Mom is her own production, Lesser Pastel. So give her a quick look, see what you think. I think she's really nice colors. You can see she's back on food really well. She's back thick. We've already started breeding her again this year. So she is likely going to breed for us. I mean, I would think she would go again, no problem. In this particular clutch, she was right at about 1,600 grams when we did breed her this last time. And I don't think she's going to sit on the scale for me very nice. They're too big for this. We'll try it anyway. But I bet now, if I can get her to ball up, stay there, you can see she's all over 1,700. So she's actually bigger already than she was last year, which is a really good sign when you're doing this. It's what you want. Let me mix up her dirt a little bit for her. I'm going to give you a little more moisture, baby girl. But we will not be repeating this pairing with her. She's going to be used this year, as if you watch all of her videos, you already know, to make bells. So she will be a bell maker for me this year because, well, I like making bells. Let me put her back up. Whoop. There you go. And while we're at it, actually, her male, I already put him somewhere else. So you don't get to get locked up this week. I'm sorry. Let me see if I can't show you the father. I cannot show you the father, okay? I can show you a little bit of the father. He's in shed, but as you can see, they're already kind of starting to intertwine. We're not locked, but he is courting, so I don't want to mess with that. Of course, this is a bell that's in shed, and that's a GHI male. That was the dad. What we were really looking for, what I wanted when I did this clutch was lesser GHI. I didn't get a single one. Spoiler alert, no lesser GHI, but we found we like something that we didn't anticipate liking as much as we do. And I'm going to tell you guys, I'm going to show you these snakes. You're going to be like, all right, that's cool, I guess. I was the same way with this combination, but in person, this is a combination that is simply breathtaking. The colors are amazing, and cameras and photos do not tend to do them justice. So I want to put that out there now because that was kind of my attitude. I was like, oh, I'm wanting these lesser GHIs, right? And the extra gene in there, of course, is pastel, which I wasn't really concerned with. This is kind of, it'd be nice if it was extra. And then all of a sudden we hit these pastel GHIs and I was like, oh my God, these things are awesome. I'd seen pictures and not been that impressed, but in person, whew, they're smoking. So without further ado, let's get started. And we got to say 4 eggs. We'll start with 190801. And 190801 is this beautiful little GHI pastel. Come on out there. Let me get on a black background, see if that doesn't show off the colors better. So what you really get is you get all that GHI pattern, but everything is just amplified in the color, which you'd expect. I mean, honestly, it looks just like you'd expect, but in the pictures and mostly on camera, it looks a little drab, but in person it doesn't, it pops. This one here is chunking in on a good weight, right at 104. So these were ones that were just a little slow to get to eating, but then they all took off and did pretty good. So they're all doing wonderful. Some of them are bigger than others. We have one that's a little small, but that was also because it's in shed. But as you can see too, that's a boy. See that red? See how that red retracts a little bit? There it is. So not huge penises. This is one that I think new people would mistake. I'll show you what I mean. So when you see all that color, that's usually a very indicative of a boy too. See how it's all the way gone? And I can get some of that color back and all the way gone. So you're not always going to get like huge dicks that come out, right? But that's still a male, 100% male. So we'll put that back. I know, little dude. I think these guys hate clutch updates because they come out a lot and, you know, we check them and then we get ready for the video and we pull them out for the video and then I pull them out for Patreon. So they have kind of a rough day. What are you doing up there? It feels good in there. So this is another little GHI pastel. And you can see it's at 88 grams. So it's doing good as well. It's ready to go whenever the time comes. Of course, when you see these clutch updates here on YouTube, The Patreon video that's going to go with it will be the video where they're made available for sale for anything we're going to release. So that's where all of our snakes end up going. So if you're wanting one of those, you're not on Patreon, good luck. I hope it makes it to you, but I'm not going to hold my breath. Actually, I hope it sells on Patreon, I'll be really honest. So anyway, this is this little guy here. And you can just see this one's got this really cool, all stiff, but very uniform. And the way it goes in the pattern links up over the back quite a bit right there, which I think is kind of cool. A lot of blushing. This is a really nice GHI pastel, but again, just a GHI pastel. And look at the tail here, all blushed out. Really cool. Really, really cool snake. Don't you bite me. And I want to show the people your penises. Can I do that? You know, let me show them your penises. So that's definitely a male too. Whoop, there they go. So 2 males. We hit the odds pretty decent considering we missed the gene we were really looking for, but we did not hit the sexes very decent. Which is kind of a bummer because Kurt can back me up on this. I was so enamored with these when I first hatched them. Like, I thought they were great. That had we had one that was female, we would have kept it. I like them that much that we would have made keepers out of them. Now this one here is going to be, hey, get back on the scale. Get on the scale. No, don't run away. Sit there nice. 92 grams. This is a straight up little lesser. Now, of course, the little lesser, come here, girlie, is a female. I'll show you guys that. This will give you a good example of the difference, hopefully. You can see I don't get the retraction, I don't get the color. So definitely a little girl there. You're a little girl, aren't you? So this is the one female of the clutch. We'll put her back. And like I say, just a nice little lesser female. But for a single gene snake, I think you get a lot of bang for your buck for a lesser. They look really cool. Nobody's going to mistake it for a normal. They like anything. The colors do change a little bit with age, but they don't brown out the same as a pastel does, I don't feel. Now this one here is in shed. So bear with me, it doesn't look as good as it could because it is in shed. It's also the smallest one of the crew. So it'll need another meal or so before we can send it out because it's 73 grams. So it's really close, it's doing good, it's healthy, but it is just a little bit small. It also did not eat this week being in shed. So that's part of the issue on that one. You know what, I want you to have less litter in there. I just do. Keep it a little warmer in there for you. Ugh. And we will also pop this one, let you see that it is a boy. Boy. Definite boy. So we'll put him back in there. All right, guys, that is it. 4 eggs from 2 parents, you know, not so bad. 4 eggs is a smaller clutch. I would say, you know, whenever I first started researching doing this, everybody kind of said the average clutch was about 6 eggs. About 6 eggs. Our average clutch, well, it kind of depends. This year, I want to say we were at 6.81 for healthy babies, 7.15, I think, or something like that for total eggs, if you include like the slug eggs in there. Now, that's pretty on par with what we've done in past years, slightly down this year by like 0.2 of an egg. Yes, I do track shit that closely. I expect to be down a little bit simply because we had a lot of brand new females breeding, including this one. So I find with these new females, you know, and this is one of the reasons why I wait till 1,500 grams, or I really try to stick to that. Because waiting until 1,500 grams, I'm going to get 4 eggs out of her this time, right? But you already saw her size. She's eating really good. I'm expecting to get 6 to 8 eggs out of her this coming season. But I started her early at 1,200 grams. I know people say you can do that. And I feel like, yeah, I may get, you know, 3 or 4 eggs if I did that with a higher risk of some complications I don't really want to take. And then the next year I may get another 3 or 4 eggs because they just don't get as much of a chance to get to the size as quick as I really want them to be. So I think it takes longer. So I don't think long term you gain anything. And I don't think that it's worth the risk to me. But she had 4 eggs this year. Newer females tend to have smaller clutches. So we did expect to be a little bit lower on those numbers, which we were. But that was kind of the plan. The nice thing is all 4 were healthy. All 4 hatched perfect. That was great. And those babies were laid in July, if anybody's curious. If you want to find their hatch date, of course, we did the egg cutting live like we always do. So, but in July, you'd have been looking at what, July, August, September sometime. So, you know, they're only about 3 months old, and they're doing pretty good. Kurt, anything you want to add?
No, it's just that, yeah, we were really happy with how they came out, and, you know, if there was a female, we would have kept them.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, guys. So, my loss, your gain. I'm going to end up making that entire clutch available in some way, shape, or form, which I was bummed by. I remember the day we sexed them, I'm like, oh, man, 3 of them. We got a girl. I'm going to keep one of these. I'm really excited. I think it'll be a great addition. I'm like, penises, that's all right. Penises. All right, 2 okay. This one's going to be it. Penises. Fuck! That's exactly how that went. I even called Kurt. I'm like, hey, got some bad news. He's like, what's that? I'm like, we don't get to keep those GHI pastels. It was like, I'm like, they're all boys. He's like, are you serious? I'm like, yeah. And we do that. Like, I'll tell you something too on the pied clutch, which we're getting to update here soon. It'll be one of the next ones we do. So I got one that's kind of it didn't absorb a choke, so it's a little smaller. We're having to kind of work with, just getting them all feeding good, because it came a few clutches down the road from here, about 3 or 4. But we'll get to that one. Last year, I think we had almost all boys in the pieds. Almost all of them are boys. It was just weird. And then this year, they're almost all girls. So it usually kind of evens itself out, but it does take some time. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you next week.